Imagine 1,000 years of peace. No war, no famine, no sickness, no deception. Humanity living under the direct, visible, and perfect rule of the King, Jesus Christ. The curse is bound, the earth is healed. Eden, it seems, has been restored. The story should be over, but prophecy reveals one last, shocking chapter. After 1,000 years of perfect peace, the impossible happens. The abyss opens. The ancient deceiver is released, one final time. And the world, which has known nothing but the goodness of God, will be tested. This is not a story of failure. It is the story of the final and necessary revelation of truth. Welcome back to Prophecy Matrix. Today we explore the most bewildering and final act of human history, the final rebellion. To understand this final test, we must first understand the world in which it unfolds. This is the millennial kingdom, the 1,000-year reign of Christ on earth, beginning after Armageddon. The Antichrist is gone, the false prophet is gone, and Satan himself, as Revelation 20 declares, is bound and thrown into the abyss so that he could no longer deceive the nations until the 1,000 years were ended.
The lamb feels like a cloud.
And the lion is just watching us play.
This is the world humanity always dreamed of, a time of perfect justice and peace. The King, Jesus, rules personally from the restored throne of David in Jerusalem. Isaiah's prophecy is fulfilled. The wolf shall dwell with the lamb. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. The curse is lifted. The earth flourishes. Disease is rare, and lifespans return to those of the ancient world. Truth flows directly from the mouth of the King.
Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for all to dwell together in unity.
But who inhabits this world? Two groups. First, the saints, resurrected believers from all of history, glorified and immortal, reigning with Christ. Second, the nations, mortal survivors of the Great Tribulation, who entered the kingdom in their natural bodies. They live, have families, and populate the earth for 1,000 years. And it is their children, generations born into a perfect world, who face the ultimate question. They have never known temptation. They have never known the old world of sin and deception. They live under perfect leadership, yet still possess one thing: free will. And prophecy says that is all the enemy will need. Revelation 27 states it plainly. When the 1,000 years are completed, Satan will be released from his prison. He is not released by accident. He is released by divine permission.
Don't be afraid of the dark, little one.
After a millennium in chains, he enters a world that has no memory of him. He is the ultimate unknown variable, and his mission is not to conquer, but to deceive. And he will go out to deceive the nations in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them for battle. This Gog and Magog is not the invasion of Ezekiel 38. It is the symbolic name for the final, worldwide sum of human rebellion. But how could they be deceived? How could people living in a perfect world, ruled by Christ himself, choose to follow the deceiver? Imagine a generation that has never known struggle, only peace, only answers. They obey,
They walked
because
in
the
the light,
king's rule is
believing
perfect
it was enough.
and his presence
But
undeniable.
peace without truth
But
is
they have
merely a
never
gilded
been tested.
cage.
Satan's final argument will be the same as in Eden. He will whisper, "Why serve him? This king demands your worship. Why shouldn't you rule yourselves? You are just as capable. This perfect world is yours. You don't need a king." It is the original lie repackaged for the final time. And humanity listens once more. Their faces change, from peace to pride, from pride to anger. They unite into a vast, global army. John writes, "Their number is like the sand of the sea." They march across the breadth of the earth, surrounding the camp of the saints and the beloved city. They march against the very source of their life and peace. They march against the light.
The rebels believe they have a chance. They have numbers. They have pride. They think this is their war of liberation. But this is not a war. It is an execution. Revelation 29, "But fire came down from heaven and consumed them." It's over in an instant. No battle, no negotiation. The king does not even rise from his throne. His reign is not challenged. It is simply vindicated.
Your deeds are weighed and found wanting.
Then comes the final act of justice, and the devil who deceived them was thrown into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they will be tormented day and night forever and ever. This is the end of Satan, not bound for a season, judged for eternity. Evil is not merely defeated, it is finished. And so comes the question that echoes through the ages: why? Why would a loving God, after 1,000 years of peace, allow this to happen again? Why release the deceiver into a perfect world? The answer is the key to understanding all of history. The millennial kingdom, as perfect as it was, still left one question unanswered. Would the human heart, even in a flawless world, still rebel if left to its own will? Prophecy answers yes. The final rebellion is not a tragedy. It is a revelation. It proves that humanity's problem was never the environment, the government, or even the devil. The problem was, and always will be, the human heart separated from the life of God.
Let the heavens bear witness.
By allowing this final test, God demonstrates perfect justice to all creation. He silences every accusation, every "what if?"
They did live in a better world and still chose rebellion.
No one will ever say again, "If I had lived in a better world, I would have chosen God." They did live in a better world and still chose rebellion. Evil was not just defeated by power, it was exposed by truth. This moment prepares the stage for what comes next, the great white throne judgment.
And then, from the profound darkness, the great white throne appeared.
The final courtroom of eternity. The final rebellion is not a tragedy. It is the final necessary triumph of truth, the end of the book of time and the prelude to the book of eternity. With all rebellion silenced, all deception ended, and the deceiver judged, the old universe has served its purpose. The next event is the judgment of all the dead, and then the dawn of the new heaven and the new earth. The story of human history ends. The story of eternity begins. If this message stirred your spirit, subscribe to Prophecy Matrix and share this video so that others may awaken before it's too late. The King is coming, and this time he is coming to reign forever. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay faithful. The end is just the beginning.